What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. It's Bright Maverick here. I hope you're all having an awesome day so far. So today we're talking about hump neck, also known as Dowager's hump and sometimes buffalo hump, which can be in conjunction with forward head and sometimes even rounded shoulders. And I get it. It's a bit unappealing. When you notice this, it's not the most aesthetic posture, the most aesthetic look to your physique. So you want to do as much as you can to correct that. So today I'm going to share with you 4 things you can start doing right now to correct your forward hump neck posture forever. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So what causes forward head is RPP, or repeated position practice. So basically it's more function rather than form. So it's this repeated practice of, leaning your head forward. In today's age, we're always looking at our phones, we're typing on computers, playing video games, or even just doing homework and studying in the classroom, whatever. So if you're doing this all day long, it makes sense that you're going to get this kind of humped, rounded look to your neck and upper back. So that's usually what causes this forward head look. And then this hump neck usually, becomes more apparent later when you get a bit older than 50 usually. And this is more due to osteoporosis or deterioration of the upper vertebrates, and you start getting this hump neck. But it also can be caused by, postural changes as well with, incorrect posture. So we will get into that later in this video. And if it does get too advanced, it could actually require more invasive intervention, such as surgical or cosmetic procedures. And that's something that your doctor or physician will help you decide if necessary. But before that, there are 4 things you can do right now to see if you can get ahead of it and stop it in its tracks so that it doesn't get to that point. So the first exercise you can do is IYTLs. And this is pretty simple. All you do is stand with your back up against the wall, with your head pressed up against the wall. Your arms are up against the wall too. And then you simply make these letters on the wall with your arms nice and slowly. So you start raising your arms up into an I, then a bit out about a 45-degree angle into the Y, straight out at a 90-degree angle to the T, then bring them in front of you, and then bring them back out against the wall to make that L. Do that nice and slowly, stretching but also contracting those rear muscles to strengthen them and tighten them back up. And if it's too easy for you, then you can actually use resistance bands as well to kind of make it a little more difficult for you and help strengthen those muscles. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing this daily, doing it at least 3 rounds of 10 to 15 repetitions, nice and slowly. The next exercise you can do is called chin tucks, sometimes referred to as the Mackenzie chin tuck. And what this exercise main focus is stretching out those rear neck muscles. The more you practice this forward head posture, you're hunching over, you're conditioning those rear neck muscles to kind of tighten up. So it all just ends up pulling your chin upwards, and this is tightening, this part is loosening. So you want to do the chin tuck. You do this by standing up against the wall. Once again, you gently press the crown of your head against the wall as well. And then you simply slide the crown of your skull as far as you can up the wall, stretching out those rear neck muscles and basically trying to give yourself as many double chins as possible. If you see yourself in the mirror and you have lots of double chins going on, then that's a good sign. You're gonna do this nice and slowly for 3 sets of about 20 repetitions every single day. Nice and slowly up, hold it for a second, and then back down. So those are 2 exercises you can start actively doing to correct your forward head, neck hump. And now the last 2 are gonna be actual postural changes that you should start doing all day, every single day, that will help immensely in correcting that postural deficiency. The first is just correcting your baseline posture. So if you look at this chart, this is what good posture looks like. It's where your mid head is perfectly in line with your mid shoulders, and then the line continues down to your hips, and there's a perfectly straight line. You see when your posture starts getting incorrect is when your mid shoulder is not in line with the middle of your head. Maybe it's in the back of your head or even behind your head. So a mental trick that you can do to actively participate in good posture, I call this string theory. You just mentally pretend that there is a string attached to the back of your head and then down to the bottom of your tailbone, and that somebody is pulling that string tight, cinching up your posture into a straight line. So if you can just remind yourself this throughout the day, the more you remind yourself, it'll become habitual and you won't even have to think about it anymore. And last but not least, we don't want to neglect a third of our life is our sleeping posture. So we spend all this time focusing on correcting our posture during the day just to throw it away at night and, be sloppily laying there. No, we want to correct our base sleeping posture. So best sleeping posture to correct that forward neck is sleeping on your back. And not just sleeping on your back anyway. You want to actually slide the pillow back so that it is contacting only the crown of the back of your skull. This is going to position and angle your head so that it is actually stretching out the back of your neck. If you just had the pillow straight there in the middle of your neck, you're still probably going to have this hump going on. So you want to push it back so it's actually lengthening your neck upwards. And I know what you're thinking. I don't sleep on my back. I sleep on my belly or my side. How am I going to be able to sleep on my back? And that's what I thought too. But when I started practicing this, it took only like 3 or 4 days to get used to sleeping on my back. So if I can do it, then you guys can too. So if you catch these mistakes early enough and start proactively correcting them, then you'll definitely see a positive reaction to your efforts and you'll start correcting that forward head or hump neck. And I just want to mention, guys, I'm not a doctor or a medical professional. I just research this a lot and want to help you guys, live optimally and aesthetically. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, turn the notifications on, and until next time, peace.